Breaking toy news from Super7. Hi everyone, my name is Gary. I'm with the Wax Nostalgic Network, and this is a video about breaking toy news for a retro property that many people know and love. I'm just going to get right into it because there's no point in dilly-dallying. Super7 started teasing us earlier this week with this image. Now, anyone of a certain age will remember this very traumatic moment in a motion picture called Who Framed Roger Rabbit from 1987, I want to say. It was definitely late 80s, 87, maybe 88. I know a lot of the toy line came from 88, so my photographic memory is challenging me at the moment. So this photo right here represents a scene where the villain, Judge Doom, dips a cartoon shoe in this stuff called dip, the green oozing bubbly stuff that you can see behind this poor squeaky little guy, and it dissolves him. It just straight up murders him. And this is like Bambi's mom for people who love footwear, and it's horrifying. It's awful, and they are cruel for reminding us of this scene. But at any rate, they are great for giving us this tease because this set the internet ablaze, at least in my small circles, that Super7 would be releasing some sort of Who Framed Roger Rabbit toy. The details were unknown, but based on the look of the hand, I mean, it looks like there's limited mobility and that it's, just sort of a cupped hand like so. Wow. Like so. And so that made me think this is probably not an Ultimates figure, although imagine Roger Rabbit Ultimates. That'd be incredible. So that led me to believe that this would be a reaction figure. Now, if you don't know what reaction figures are, you probably haven't been to a toy aisle in quite a while, but they're these. I only have two because I've never been that crazy about the style of reaction figures, but they're these, what is this, like 4-inch figures that have limited mobility. They have head turn, arms move, legs move, and that's about it. But, some of them are really nice. This is my favorite because the sculpt and design on it is just incredible. But finally today, Friday, February 4th, they revealed to us what the characters would look like, how many we were getting, and all of that. So I'm going to dive right into that now. First up, we have a weasel, a very stupid weasel, whose name is Stupid. This is Stupid. He's got a lot of great little details. I'm honestly surprised that they pulled a character that I would think would be deemed very offensive by today's standards and put him in this first wave here. But as you can see, Stupid has his nice propeller hat. He's got his tongue hanging out like he's Ed from The Lion King. And he's got his single snaggletooth on the other side of his tongue. He's got his nice shirt that doesn't quite cover his belly. And he comes with a baseball bat. And I feel like I've seen this baseball bat before. And someone who's more knowledgeable on accessories could probably correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like this is a Bart Simpson baseball bat or something. It just looks very familiar to me, and it looks like they're reusing it, but I could be wrong. Now, obviously, this is, as far as I can tell, a digital rendering, so this won't be exactly what the photos or what the toys look like in hand, but I like the card backer. I like the way the character looks. I actually don't think I would have that hard of a time removing the character from the card on this one. I mean, like this, the card and character complement each other very well. This one looks like Stupid is doing stand-up as Jerry Seinfeld or something along those lines. And, it's fine. It's great that it's unpunched. That'll make it worth more in the long run, digitally speaking. So on to the next weasel. We get two this wave. This is our second weasel, and it's the leader of the bunch, Smarty. Smarty, the lead weasel, as a previous action figure referred to him. Now I'm going to zoom in on Smarty just a little bit here. You can see that he comes with his nice Darkwing Duck looking outfit, really. I've never realized how much he looked like Darkwing Duck until this moment. But he's got the 4 buttons, he's got the hat, And then like his head sculpt is really incredible. I like the way that looks a lot. He's got, you know, lanky arms down to his feet with socks, I guess, with holes cut out of them essentially. And he comes with his nice chain accessory and a diamond stud for his necktie and a plunger. And I gotta say, he looks really good. I mean, just these first two figures alone are reason enough to buy the wave. Stupid and Smarty. So let's stick with bad guys, but let's move on to the main bad guy. And spoilers for the 80s, Judge Doom is our villain here. And as you can see in the teaser, he comes with his sock or shoe. And as you can see, the shoe has his mouth open like it's being tortured, and we know that it is. But he comes with his glasses and his hat and his bow tie and his nice trench coat looking vibe. He's very cartoony, and obviously they didn't get permission from Christopher Lloyd because this looks nothing like him. Again, spoilers for the 80s. I don't see the cane. It's odd that they would make the cane such a feature on the packaging if they're not going to include it in the figure. But at any rate, I mean, decent looking baddie. I think he looks pretty cool. Not much more to say. This is actually probably my least favorite figure of the wave. And so on to the good guys now. We get two more characters. They're both good guys. First up is Roger's wife. Whoops, that's not his wife. That's not his wife either. Next up is Roger's wife, Jessica. Jessica Rabbit is looking great here, actually. I got really distracted by the... All right, I know what you're thinking. But no, I got really distracted by the shininess of the packaging here. I wonder if this is going to be like... if it's just going to be flat cardboard printed or if there's actually going to be some shimmer and shine to it. Same with the dress on this figure. I'm not really sure what to make of this paint application. It looks different. It'd be nice if there was some sort of like metallic shimmer or something. And she comes with her frying pan with Roger's face indented on it. I love that. I think that's really cool. But all in all, I think she looks pretty good. She's got the whole, you know, animated Carmen Sandiego hair covering half of her face thing, which is, you know, very reflective of the film. And all in all, I mean, this is probably my second to least favorite. Something about the human characters just don't work as well for me in this line, but I love that accessory. That accessory kind of makes it for me. And that's Jessica. I think she looks pretty good too. Last, but definitely not least, because we would not have a movie without him, is Roger. And Roger, I'll figure out these directions soon. Roger looks incredible. I love how the card wraps behind the bubble and you can see his fingers back there. This is one that if I were buying to open and to collect, I would buy two of him, one to keep in the box, one to have on display and to play with. And Roger is just such an iconically drawn figure, and I think that they really kind of capture him just right in this toy. Like, he comes with all the needed stuff, that beautiful little orange tuft of hair. I love that one ear is sort of hanging down while the other is sticking straight up. His face is looking great. It looks like his neck moves. I'm assuming it does. He's got his bow tie and his overalls, and then if you can see back here, he comes with a set of handcuffs. And I don't know if that's a direct response to a toy that was made of him in the 80s that I'll get into here in just a minute. But anyways, that is the whole set. There they are. And I think that for a first wave and presumably only wave, these look really good. Now, this is not the first time that they've done Roger Rabbit toys. They also did toys back in the late 80s, as I mentioned earlier, 88. We saw Roger Rabbit Flexies, which, as you can see, comes with handcuffs. Not only did they do Roger Rabbit Flexies, they did Roger Rabbit Super Flexi. They really made a lot of toys for this. And they also made Roger Rabbit Animates. which, once again, handcuffs. The Roger Rabbit's Animates line, I didn't know about. I knew about the Flexies in great detail because it seemed like I saw them everywhere I went. Like all the old used toy stores and stuff would always have something. They even have Roger Rabbit suction cups, and I'm sure that there's other stuff that I'm missing, plushies, etc., etc. There was a lot of Roger Rabbit merchandise for a character who essentially made one movie and then 3 shorts, and that was it. Ultimately, what I'm saying is that they made a lot of Roger Rabbit toys. There's no denying that. But let's look at the back of this Animates card here. These were all the figures that were included in the single wave of these that they did. We had Jessica, who has on more of a fabric or like a cloth dress, which I think that would have been kind of cool if Super7 had have incorporated that. We have Judge Doom, who is also in the Super7 wave, but this one comes with his cane and a bird, no shoe. So like you combine these things, you got kind of like the ultimate Roger Rabbit playset. This one also came with Smart Guy, who is on this known as Boss Weasel, but it was the 80s, so he could come with a gun. And although these are rated 14 plus, so I guess technically he could still come with a gun. And then his chain seemed to attach separately. You got Roger, who once again handcuffs. And then we got the 2 characters that were not included in this first wave with Eddie Valiant and Baby Herman. And to me, I understand why maybe Eddie Valiant wasn't included. Maybe it's a rights issue or something along those lines. But Baby Herman, that's a big omission. Like, he is one of the most, iconic parts of the movie. The assumption is maybe we'll get a wave 2, or perhaps the dreaded thought that he could be a store exclusive somewhere. Let's hope that's not the case, but we'll just have to wait and see. At the very least, you can get this Baby Herman off eBay and round out your main characters. If they were to do a second wave, what would they do? Presumably, they would do Baby Herman. Presumably, they would do maybe the rest of the Weasels, or 1 or 2 Weasel, baddies to just sort of round out that collection. They could do Eddie Valiant if they could get the permissions, but again, I don't think they got the permissions for Christopher Lloyd because that Judge Doom is so not him. And then it's also possible that they could do Rick Flint, and not everyone knows who Rick Flint is, but he was in the Roger Rabbit comic book because in the comics, Eddie was not a part of it because he had had enough of Roger's crap. So, or as he put it, too many cases. So he sent Roger to Rick Flint, and Rick became Roger's partner in that series. So those are some possibilities for Wave 2 if it ever happens. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, once again, that's all of them, and I think that they look really good. I'm pleased as punch with this announcement. I didn't think I would be because, like I said, I'm not really into Super7 stuff all that much. I mean, Ultimates are one thing, but the reaction figures, I can kind of take them or leave them, but man, these are tempting. They look really, really cool. So thank you, Super7, for making this happen. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Gary. I do all sorts of things tied to retro properties, and I hope that you enjoyed this. This is my first breaking news toy review, so I'm learning the ropes, and as you can tell, I don't know my left from my right when scrolling through pictures. But yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and we'll see you again real soon with some more content. And don't forget, as I say at the end of every episode, to stay nostalgic. Thanks for watching, guys.